You up to date now on the investigations which are proceeding apace. CNN's justice correspondent Kelly Arena has been reporting for us all day long on the progress that's been made. And Kelly, we know that now they're talking about 18 hijackers having been involved. Tell us what you've been able to learn about that.
That's right, Judy. FBI Director Robert Mueller and the Attorney General John Ashcroft said that they have identified at least 18 hijackers. Now, this isn't a guess here. They say that they have names and information on 18. Justice is considering whether or not to release a list of names to the public. That decision has not yet been made. They did break down for us, though, how many hijackers were on each plane, and we can show you that. United Flight.93, which crashed into the World Trade Center, had 5 hijackers, as did American Flight.11, which crashed into the World Trade Center. Both of those had 5 on board. United Flight.93, which crashed in Pennsylvania, had 4 hijackers. And American Flight.77, which crashed into the Pentagon, also had 4 hijackers. Now, unless intelligence proves otherwise, 18 is the working number right now. It is not completely solid, though. Things are in flux very much right now. Attorney General John Ashcroft also saying that all of those hijackers, Judy, were ticketed passengers.
Now, Kelly, presumably, clearly, the hijackers themselves are dead. So the focus is on the people who were working with them, right?
That's right, on finding associates, and the FBI has fanned out across the country trying to link the threads together, trying to find family members or friends or associates that could take them back to identifying operating terrorist cells within the United States or outside the United States, to possibly get a handle on who may be offering financial backing, or to find if there's any link between these hijackers and a larger terrorist organization. The FBI has questioned many people. Some of those have been detained, Judy, and let me be clear on that point. No one has been arrested at all in direct connection with the terrorist attacks, but there have been some people detained because as the FBI tracks people down, they find out that they're in violation of immigration laws, for example, and so they're detained for that reason. There have been several who have been arrested because they were wanted on other state and local charges, but there has been some confusion out there with FBI having people in custody directly connected with this. That is not the case just yet. The FBI says it is pursuing thousands of leads at this point.
So, Kelly, where does the investigation go from here? Do they simply just pursue these leads? You describe them as thousands, one by one by one, or do they have sort of an overarching sense of where they go from here?
Well, right now, this is a very early stage of this investigation. The FBI is pursuing many avenues, search warrants, subpoenas, so on. First, we heard that they had 8,000 personnel working, 4,000 agents, 3,000 support staff, and then not to mention nearly 1,000 working in FBI labs. We are now told today that that number has increased. In fact, there are 20 overseas FBI offices that are now directly involved in this investigation. We did hear earlier from FBI Director Robert Mueller, who explained some of the investigative tactics that the FBI was using.
Throughout the country, when we receive leads, we have followed those leads. We are interviewing any number of people across the country. The number of FBI officers that are involved in the investigation, directly involved in the investigation, has expanded, and they are interviewing witnesses. They are, where necessary, obtaining search warrants, obtaining grand jury subpoenas, and whatever is necessary to obtain the evidence to more particularly identify the particular hijackers and anyone associated with them.
Now, Judy, what could provide even more help would be the black boxes. None of those have been retrieved yet, but today we did hear that the one that was most likely to be retrieved is the flight that did crash in Pennsylvania, because it is the only one that went directly into the ground rather than into a building, and investigators actually have access to that crime scene. Back to you.
All right, Kelly Arena, who's been following this investigation for the last several days, ever since these incidents took place on Tuesday morning. And now we want to